Hello and welcome to the Intermission podcast. I'm Fabian. That's Isaiah. We're a Dallas sports podcast. And welcome. Sorry for last week. We had complications. Computers exploded. And we couldn't get the video out, unfortunately, which it was the best video ever. I'm sorry you guys couldn't see it. It would have changed your lives.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode, but it's fine. We'll just have another good episode this week to make up for it. Welcome. I think are we just gonna hop right into it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot's happening. Let's talk about the Rangers.
Let's talk about the Rangers. So, obviously not the greatest week this week, but leading up to this week, we had some fun times. We went, 16 for less 21 after the Mets series. Of course, now 16 for the less 24 because we got swept by the Astros. If my numbers are still right.
And lost the last game to the Mets.
And we lost the last game of the Mets. Yeah, this. We were on a hot streak. Obviously, the Little Rascals were going crazy. Osuna, Hellman, and Osuna, Hellman, and the other guy. Not Moore. Moore's the older one. Why am I blanking on his name? Freeman, Cody Freeman. They were doing great while everyone was out. Dallas Garcia comes back, and we immediately lose the next 4 games. Is that Adolis Garcia's fault? I don't think so, but I don't like that Ochi immediately puts him in the lineup. Immediately. There's a flow with the lineup they had, and the team was feeling good, and you felt the energy. But Dallas Garcia comes back, and the lineup changes a little bit, and we lose 4 straight games. This last week again we played the Mets and the Astros. Won the first 2 games against the Mets. First one 8-3, the second one 3-2. The last run being scored in the 9th inning. We scored our first runs in the 8th inning. We were down 2-0 going into the 8th, and then we ended up winning 9-2. It was a good win. Clutch win. Little Rascals win. Game 3, we end up losing in extra innings off of not a Jock Peterson, Pete Alonso home run. Tough loss, but taking him to extras, almost getting the sweep, felt pretty good. It felt pretty good going into the Astros series. And then we lost. It
definitely sucks.
It definitely sucks.
Whenever I saw the Astros score first or have that lead that they had,
yes,
I was like, dang. But with the way that the Rangers have been playing, I actually had a little hope that the Rangers were gonna come back and win it.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it? The last game that they came back, but they couldn't finish the.
No, that was the second game.
Second game?
Yeah. So, again, I'm gonna check something right now. I don't know, did I say this 2 weeks ago or last week when it didn't come out? But I'm gonna say it again regardless. We almost never score first, and we've struggled to score in this little run we had. We were struggling to put up numbers in the first 3 innings. But I'm looking at some numbers now, and I think maybe I was having a Milwaukee series recency bias. Because a lot of these games we scored in the first 3 innings. But either way, against Milwaukee and the Mets, and then against Houston, definitely these last 9 games, we struggled to put up runs earlier, and in the last in these last 9 games also, we didn't score first in any of the games. So it's something, you know? It's something. Actually, we scored first in one of the Milwaukee games. It was in the 5th inning. Let's see here. What do I got to say? I'm just panicking in a depressed way.
Yeah, I was
very mellow panicking.
I was actually gonna ask you, with this sweep that the Astros did, what are the Rangers' chances of making the playoffs looking like now?
I think best case scenario, if we win out, we have like a 90% chance to make the playoffs still.
But we gotta win
still
out.
Have a chance. Obviously, if we win out, we still have a chance to win the AL West. Still have a chance at the wild card. But the Astros and the Mariners, because that's who we're fighting, the Astros and Mariners, and we lost our chance to get above the Astros. And the Astros swept us, and the Mariners didn't have a good series either. They actually went 1 game into first, and they're playing their series that starts yesterday, I think. Thursday? Are they playing? Let me double check. Let me double check that.
So when you say win out, you mean like they gotta sweep every team they play against, or they just gotta win the series?
We gotta sweep every team we play to have that chance, a 90% chance. Now they start tonight, the Mariners and the Astros. That series is gonna go crazy. But I also said that about our series, and I mean, we had competitive games. We had good games. Every game felt like, oh, both teams have a chance to win. But we didn't, and we didn't even win the Silver Boot. If we only won one of the games, we won the Silver Boot. Is the series between us and the Astros over the entire year. If we even won 1 game, then we would have won more games than them in our overall year series.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We got swept, so they won the Silver Boot. Panicking, guys.
So that just made it a lot tougher to make it to the playoffs.
Well, that was just sort of a pride thing. But if we win out, then I mean, if we win out, because the Mariners and Astros play each other, that's the reason that if we win out, we have a 97% chance to make the playoffs. But if we lose 1 more game, then that drops to 92. If we lose 2 more games, that drops to 65. So we can't lose more than 2 more games, because after that, it's 20%. And that's with a lot of losing from the Astros and the Mariners. Or whichever team isn't in first place, the other wild card team we're playing. And that's also the Guardians and, the Red Sox and them. Because we're not.
So the rest of these games are going to be like playoff level games.
Yes, I mean all these games matter. Just basically, and you felt it. It was a good atmosphere. But that Astro series was basically a playoff series, and we lost. But every one of these games matters as much as a playoff game. Look, we're playing Miami and Minnesota here at home. These are series we should sweep. If we are seriously saying we deserve to be in the playoffs, Miami and Minnesota, we should sweep. Miami, we play the first game tonight at 7. We should sweep. We have to. We have to sweep, obviously. But we should. Like, it's not crazy to say we can sweep, because they're not great teams. And if we are saying we deserve to be in the playoffs, these are teams that we should beat. And right now, with how much the games matter, that we should sweep. And with how we were playing for the Astro series, and again, we didn't even have bad games in the Astro series. They were quality, competitive games. Our pitching struggled sometimes. Leiter let in 3 runs in 6.2 innings. That's a good start. Most people were pointing towards Kelly, who he allowed 6 runs in 3 innings. People were like, "Oh my God, wow, he had a good season." But also, for what we gave up for him and for trading for him at the trade deadline, definitely hasn't done enough with us. So hopefully make the playoffs, and he proves that it was a good trade. Because right now it didn't look like it, and I didn't think it was at the time. And so I'm really hoping that I was wrong and him wrong. But obviously Maricola led in 6 runs, but that was the closest game. We ended up almost coming back, losing 5-6. And then in game 3, they score 5 in 5 innings, 5 on Jacob deGrom. So, I mean, our pitching didn't do great, but for the most part, our batting didn't do great either. 3 runs in the first game and then 2 runs in the last game. Again, we scored 5 in that second game. Almost made a comeback. So I was so certain we were going to make the comeback, but we didn't. And again, the lineup was just moved around a little bit with Garcia back in the lineup. You took out, because we've had our power hitters in Berger and Peterson, and you added another power bat and took out Hellman, who was our best on base. Well, that's not true. Osuna has technically been our best average / on base hitter, but Hellman's been second.
Yeah.
And so you get one less base runner to get one more guy that's supposed to hit home runs or deep fly balls and advance the runners. Well, you need runners to do that. And again, and Langford and Smith didn't have anywhere near as good as a on base percentage in this Houston series. They were, again, I said this last week, but they've been walking like crazy in our little Rascals run in that 20 game stretch, or was 18 game stretch. We had walked. They had walked 9 times each. Wyatt Langford and Josh Smith, and that was with also getting, I think, at least 6 hits each. So they had a great on base percentage. And that was a 12 game stretch, actually, not the 16 game stretch. I didn't. We went, whatever. We won that many games and that many games, but I was looking at the last 12 games and I was reading these stats. But Smith and Langford, they got a couple of hits. They did fine. They did good. Langford didn't get on. Actually, he had 1 walk in the second game. It's hard. I don't know. They still had good series. The third game, Langford had a walk. Never mind. I'm wrong. They both got on base at least 4 times in this 3 game stretch. Langford had at least 1 walk in every game, which is, again, what I was praising him for. And then he had 2 hits in the first game. Really, we were just missing that Hellman presence, I feel. And then we pinch hit him, I think, in every game, but it was just awkward. And then when you put them in, and then the defense moved around a ton, it was weird. Also, which game was it? Was that game 1 or I think that was game 1, where freaking Beasley sent Heim? I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. Was it game 1 or is it game 2? Or man, I don't even know. Man, I can't remember which game it was, but really terrible coaching from Beasley at third base, sending Heim, the catcher, the guy with no knees by design because he's a catcher. And he sent him home on a shallow ball to third. He was on second. On a shallow ball to left field, he sent him home. He was out by a mile. He's a freaking catcher. I can't believe he made that call. Again, I don't even remember which game it was in, but that made me mad. That was a bad call. Yeah, we'll see. Again, we still have 9 games, 6 of which I would say should be easy wins. And then the series against the Guardians is the toss-up. And again, depending on what the outlook is, that's going to be a borderline playoff series too, but that's going to have to require some losing from the Astros or Mariners. So we'll see. But I'm manifesting I got the World Series hat, shirt, scarf. I'm manifesting, and I believe in this team. Again, when we're at our best, we're great. We've just rarely been at our best this season. We've had, I think, we had a stretch in July where we looked like the best team in baseball, and of course, this last stretch, little rascal stretch, where how the heck with freaking AAA players, we swept the team with the best record in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers. So again, there's been like 2.5, 3 stretches where we've looked like the team we were supposed to be. Our pitching throughout the entire season has looked that way. But our offense just hasn't, and it hurts. It hurts. I think the plan has to be we gotta go back to the Little Rascals. I mean, I know Garcia's supposed to be the guy. Maybe you play him at DH instead of Peterson or Tellez or Berger, depending on who you're playing at first, or Higashioka even.
Yeah,
Make him the DH. Don't have him in the field. Yeah. We have him in the field. Don't have him in the field. We need Hellman, Osuna, and Freeman batting. We do. And then Josh Smith and Langford also, they're on base machines right now. Young is sort of replaceable. We don't have another great third baseman. Even Duran in the stretch was doing great. I think he was like our fifth best hitter in that stretch. So like you need, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
you need Hellman, Osuna, and Freeman in the lineup, the batting lineup. And I know you're paying more money, obviously, to the guys who isn't their rookie year, but screw, I don't care about that. I want to win the games. And right now, with the way things are going, because even in that Houston series and in that almost comeback, the 5-6 loss, the reason we almost made that comeback was the Little Rascals and Langford, who's been elevated by the Little Rascals.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, that just messed up the flow, putting Garcia into the lineup like that.
I think so.
I mean, with coming back from injury, you would expect the player who just got back to be eased in a little bit, and then like if he was eased into it and they still got swept, I would say then possibly put the veteran in. Yeah. But that definitely messed up the flow.
I think so. And it's, again, I'm in silent panic. But
anything can happen.
Team, it can it can definitely happen.
I didn't think they were going to sweep Milwaukee, and they did. Yeah.
I mean, again, that's the best team in baseball record-wise. And we beat them, and we made it look easy. And then we won the first 2 games against the Mets in New York. We made that look easy. Of course, the Mets were on an 8-game losing streak at that point. And then we took them to the extra innings in the 9th game. In that 3rd game against the Mets. So we were playing good baseball. And we're still there. I mean, we're only 3 games removed from that great stretch. And again, we didn't play bad baseball in Houston, just not as good baseball. And we have to win at least 8 of the remaining 9 games, if not all 9. But it's entirely possible for us to win all 9. Miami and Minnesota, honestly, if we want to say, we deserve to be in the playoffs, should be 6 straight wins. And then we can definitely win at least 2 out of 3 in Cleveland, if not all 3. And so we need to lock in. We'll see what they're cooking. Our pitching is still doing great. We'll see if the Little Rascals can keep batting what they're batting. Josh Smith and Langford can keep getting on base. But it is. I mean, I hate it, but I love it because last year, September baseball, I couldn't give less. Who cared? We were already out of it. So it's fun to care at this point in the season, but I would rather not care because we were already in the playoffs and I could care in October. I don't want to stop caring in September. I want to care in October. Okay? Look. This was fun. Manifesting. I'm manifesting. If you got your scarf, if you got your hat, put it on. Put it on backwards. Rally cap style. I don't care. I'm manifesting. We need to do it. And every game from here on out matters just as much as Game 7 of a playoff series.
Is that manifesting or is that jinxing?
It's manifesting. Okay. Manifesting. Everyone knows the rally cap. That's manifesting. All right. Look, at Game 1 of the World Series, I was there, by the way. Game 1 of the World Series. This immediately home run. Not immediately, but like 2 at-bats later, home run, tie the game. Kept it that way. Forgot I had it this way. Home run to win the game. Best night of my life. I only realized I still had it this way because later while I was walking out, someone was like, hey, nice rally cap. I was like, oh, yeah. Forgot I still have it. Manifesting. Let's go. We're right there. We're right there. If the Astros can sweep the Mariners, which would be the better outcome for us, as much as I hate the Astros can sweep the Mariners because they're further ahead than us, unless I'm wrong. I'm going to double check this real quick, but I'm 90% sure I'm right. Yes. Oh, they're tied, actually, again. They're tied. Whatever. So if this series is a sweep, that is the desired outcome. Either Houston sweeps Seattle, or Seattle sweeps Houston. I prefer for Seattle to sweep Houston because screw Houston, but I could care less. I just said I prefer it. I don't, though. I don't care. As long as one of them sweeps the other, we win out and we're in.
Just as long as the Rangers make the playoffs.
If it's a split series, then it gets a little rocky. So, yeah. And then we have to. Cleveland also has to lose a handful of games. So does Boston. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. Actually, no, there is a chance that 3 AOS teams end up because Boston has had a bad run. We've had a bad run. If we can pass Cleveland and Boston, then it's going to be us, Seattle, and Houston all in the playoffs. But that's very less likely because, again, Seattle and Houston play each other. So we'll see. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, guys. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Fabian is in agony again. I
am in agony. I've never stopped being in agony whenever the Rangers are playing baseball, okay? You watch me watch any sports game and I do not look like I'm having fun, but I promise I am. But I'm not at the same time. I'm in agony. I'm leaving my hat like this for the rest of the podcast. Oh, okay. We got it. We got it. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
We have to win every game this week. That's it. That's the end. Yeah. Yep.
So is that the Rangers?
That's the Rangers. I think that's all I got for the Rangers. Oh God. Okay.
Well, since the last episode couldn't come out last week, we might as well talk about the Wings' last 2 games.
Talk about the Wings, end of the season, full season. Tell me about the last couple of games before we get into the broad.
Well, as you know from like 2 weeks ago, me and Fabian really wanted the Wings to win at least
one more game.
At least one more game. best case scenario, win these last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the Wings lost their first game.
Yeah.
They lost 91-77.
Mm-hmm. It was bad.
It was a pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was the same thing as always.
It's always the same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, again, this was last week.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week, so I kind of forgot like the main points I said last week. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
We're rehashing, guys, because this, you feel like this is important stuff to talk about. And also,
okay, that's what I wanted to say. The defense against the threes, and the paint defense. That's right. Paint defense and defending threes. Probably just defense in general.
Yeah,
really like all season.
That's what defense.
Yeah.
Our defense on the free throws though.
But the Sparks, Los Angeles Sparks, team that we lost to, hit 10 3-pointers and had 12 steals, which kept them in the lead.
Yeah.
Was it this game too? I believe it was. Yes, it was this game. This game was the game that the Wings had more than. The only quarter that the Wings had more than 20 points in was a third quarter, which is what I thought was weird.
Right.
Because the Wings usually start the game off strong, and then they lose momentum.
Yeah. But
they've been recently starting games not that strong. And then for some reason, their third quarters are their best quarters.
Yeah.
And then they have trouble closing out the games, which is, again, the issue that we've been seeing all season.
Mm-hmm.
And Enrique Agumbalawe missed her 11th consecutive game with the knee injury.
Yeah. I mean, I think they just sat her for the rest of the season because the games didn't matter.
Yeah. But they're still a good team.
I don't know.
Yeah, their record definitely doesn't show it, but the way they play.
Yeah, because, again, it's so weird. We're such a...
they definitely should be better than what their record shows.
Maybe I overuse this, even though I don't think I've used it that much on the podcast. But it's like we played to the competition. Because no matter if we were playing the Sky or whoever the best team in the league is, the Sparks, I think, are up there.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so. But even when they played the best teams, they were right there. It was a real competitive game.
And then at the end of the second half and the end of the fourth quarter, or that's the same thing. At the end of the second quarter and the end of the fourth quarter, or for the whole fourth quarter sometimes, we just sucked it. No matter who we were playing. So there'd be times when we had like a 15-point lead and then lose it. There were times we're tied going into the fourth quarter and we lose it. Because for some reason. I mean, I guess it's lack of conditioning or it's lack of coaching. I don't know what it is, but
I would have said lack of experience with each other, but I mean, this is like a whole full season. They should have
and
they should have known how to play with each other like before the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that's the issue. It's like they didn't have any improvement. This is literally what we're saying right now is what we said after the first week of the season, and that's why we got so frustrated talking about the Wings this season, because it wasn't new issues. It wasn't like talent issues. We have the rookie of the year. We have Enrique. We have Lee, who I think is kind of underrated. We had Seagrass and Grace.
Hines Allen.
Hines Allen. We have talent. So it's not like it was a talent issue. It was just, it's like...
It has to be coaching.
It has to be coaching. Even though, like, I can't point it out and say what the coaching did wrong. You're more of a, like, analysis guy for basketball, so maybe you could, but it has to be coaching, because you just look at the talent and you look at the individual play, and, like, you can say, oh, well, some of their one-on-one defense isn't great, or they're in the paint defense. But I don't think any of them could be considered like bad players. Like not like just a lower quality team than other teams in the league. I don't think so.
Yeah, and I mean, even though some of the players one-on-one defense is bad, it's not like the NBA where they just like completely don't play defense. The Wings play real good defense. It's just that their rotations are probably slow. Ball movement when they play teams with good movement without the ball, they have trouble keeping up. So I mean, I feel like a coach could see that and put somebody in who's probably better at keeping up with the other team.
Yeah.
But like Lee, she her presence was felt when she played against teams.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I told you whenever they got her, I was like, she could be used to play real good defense. And I think her first week on the team, or like second game, she had like her career high in rebounds.
Yeah, if I recall, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what the Wings needed, and then she got hurt.
Yeah.
But that kind of sucks. But I mean, still, I thought that was a step in the right direction. The team was actually doing pretty good then, and then everyone just got hurt, and then they went back to the old Wings from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it was like a 1 week where we won, or like a 2 week span where we won 3 games.
Yeah. And then that's when, I think that was before All-Star break.
Yeah.
Where we were like, if they keep this up, they could possibly sneak their way into the playoffs, and if not, possibly not be the worst team.
Yeah.
Or at least like fight not to be in last place.
That didn't happen.
They tied for last place.
The
Chicago Sky.
But again, yeah, I think because we lost both games against the Sky, I got us in actual last place. We lost the tiebreaker. Yeah. But you know, again, I like you said, we're younger. We're on the younger side, and we got a lot of talent. We got a good pick probably coming up in this draft. We just had the Rookie of the Year. Tell me a little bit more about our Rookie of the Year, if you got something. You do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Setting him up for failure.
Actually, Paige has been unbelievable this season.
Yeah, definitely. Especially
on a struggling team. And I'm going to say, I like whenever a player plays as hard as she does on a team that's as bad as the Wings were this season. That definitely at least shows me that, I mean, she cares for the team. She cares about winning, and that's really all I want to see the players like care about is winning.
Yeah.
I don't just want to see them out there just playing basketball. I mean, really, we like basketball, but that's technically their job. So, I mean, they're there to win.
Yeah. No. Like actually care.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But this season alone, I mean, she's done way more than, she broke way more records than these, but she was an All-Star this season. She broke the All-Star fan vote for a rookie, beating Caitlin Clark's fan vote, which was pretty crazy because Caitlin Clark was
huge.
I mean, she's still Caitlin Clark is still huge, but I mean, I think we said it in the episode that couldn't come out last week.
Yeah.
That Caitlin Clark had all the hype coming out of college, and Paige didn't have that much hype coming out of college.
Relatively speaking. Yeah. Obviously, she's still the number 1 overall pick, and obviously she had a great season. But yeah, Caitlin Clark is Caitlin Clark, you know.
Paige also has the most points scored by a rookie in a single game with 44 points. And that was the game, another loss that game, sadly.
Yeah, I remember that.
But really good step up for Paige. She is the first WNBA rookie to record 350 plus points and 100 plus assists in her first 20 career games. That's crazy.
It sure
I wouldn't be
is.
able to do that. She was rookie of the month 3 times. She was rookie of the year, and she made
Unanimous.
unanimous rookie of the year, and she made the WNBA All Second Team.
Yeah. And she deserved it.
Yeah, and those are literally just only a handful of records that she has this season.
Yeah.
I think she has, I don't know how many all in total, but she has more.
Yeah. So yeah, again, I mean,
I'm glad the
we
Wings
got good
have her.
players, and again, it's because I feel like individual players got a little better throughout the season,
Oh yeah,
but as a team, we still sucked it up. So
actually, this last game that they played, the Wings won, and they actually did look like
digits, baby.
yeah, double digits. The Wings ended the season with 10 wins and 34 losses.
What a record.
At least they're not in single digit wins.
Yeah.
But no, they actually won their last game of the season. That was actually a sold out game.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sold out all their tickets. It was a packed crowd. And they played a really good game. They won 97-76. Which also, I know they won and all that, but I just think that they only won because Phoenix was resting their starters.
Yeah.
By the way, they won. With this win, they snapped their 10-game losing streak. Obviously.
Big number.
Yeah. Man, no, it's because you said that individual players got better, and I'm looking for a stat that was on here that I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Maddie Sirius had her 12 straight double figure game.
Mm-hmm.
And she injured her knee, I think.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was her knee.
And with a knee injury like that, I thought it would take a while for her to be able to come back, much like Enrique. I thought she was gonna get hurt again, but after Maddie Sirius came back, she was doing really good.
She was, yeah, definitely.
And even when Enrique came back for the handful of games from her first injury, Enrique did really good too. Like they picked up right where they left off.
Yeah.
And then Enrique got hurt, and Maddie still stayed consistent. And I mean, I think that's all they just got to do, just play consistent throughout the season. But this game, I think this game could have been could be a good preview on what they should start doing next season.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting like what that 73-9 Warriors team.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously not, but I'm just expecting like maybe like a 20-win, 20-loss record, like very average record.
Yeah.
And even then, that'll be a huge improvement from this season.
Definitely. I mean, I think we have a chance to sneak into like, lower seed in the playoffs. Definitely, with some like the better, especially paint defense. Slash limiting ball movement. Teams would just pass around the court on us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what this win, they had really good ball movement, and I believe I took out this stat, but because I can't find it. Sorry, but I think they had less turnovers than the average game they played, and they actually created more turnovers for the other team. So like they stole the ball more.
Right.
Their defense was good, but again, I think it's possibly because they're resting their starters.
Probably.
But their ball movement was really good. Their movement without the ball was really good. They actually weren't late on their rotations, which was, I mean, even though I thought they're not playing starters, I was like, where was this the whole season?
Right.
Like, they definitely could have done this if they're doing it now. But this was a pretty good win, even though I think it was just a given win.
Yeah.
I think that team win could be a good preview on what the Wings could start looking like next season.
Yeah, hopefully. And again, we'll see what ends up happening in the off season. We're keeping most of the major pieces, which I guess if you think had a bad team, actually, you think is a bad thing. But,
I mean, yeah, it's like what we said, even though it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The team's not bad, even though the record makes it look like the team is bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff that they can work on.
Definitely.
But I think overall the team, not that bad. Team shows that they want to win. They show that they actually care. And I think obviously the obvious choice for this WNBA draft coming up, the Wings should definitely select a good defensive player.
Right.
Because they really did struggle on defense this whole season.
Sorry about that. No, definitely. Obviously, we definitely struggle on defense the entire season. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. If we have a higher pick, we could probably take first or second best defensive player in the draft, depending on what lottery pick we get. I think that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see who that ends up being. You know?
Definitely gonna pay attention to the women's college basketball too.
Yeah.
To see who they could potentially get.
Yeah. You're a A&M fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a UNT fan.
Boo.
Yeah, that's not going to have any relevance for the draft or anything, but
no.
No matter the sport. But but definitely, we'll see. I think this team should have more hope than any other team that's finished a season with 10 wins.
Yeah.
More hope for next season than any other team that's ever finished a season with 10 wins.
I mean, even though they only had 10 wins, there were times where I was like, hey, this team showed flashes on how good they could actually be.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm actually kind of excited to see who they're able to get and how this next season will be. I'm actually kind of excited.
Yeah. And I think maybe we're just dumb, hopeful idiots sometimes, but I agree. Because I don't know, I feel like so far we've said that about every team we're a fan of.
Well, I mean, the Cowboys and Mavericks, I'm definitely going to be like
more stringent on?
Yeah. But I mean, for
we still put the Cowboys higher than most people
on the power rankings.
Yeah.
I think we put them in a good spot.
I think
just
so
average. But we're not talking about the Cowboys right now.
No. Sorry. Well, actually, segue, or do you still got to this?
Yeah.
Segue.
Actually, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. The Cowboys. You think we put them in a good spot? I agree.
I think, if anything, this Giants game showed that we put them in a good spot. Because even though they lost against the Eagles, and we thought they played pretty well against the Eagles.
Yeah, definitely.
Their spot is good, and then they struggled horrible. They played a sloppy game against the Giants.
So gross.
Look, both teams played. It wasn't just the Cowboys, but I mean, even
no, we didn't deserve to win the game. We've talked about it. Obviously, we agree we didn't deserve to win that game. Just in the first two drives, they have like 2 less flags, and those are touchdowns instead of field goals, and we're down by so much. Our offense played okay, but even then, it felt a little weird.
Yeah, I thought it was the exact opposite of that Eagles game, where the offense came in scoring 2 touchdowns, and then our offense got the ball against the Giants, and then first 2 drives were 3 and outs, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after the half, kind of like the Eagles game, I guess, then we started scoring. Whereas then obviously after the half, then we stopped scoring in the Eagles game.
But that fourth quarter, I think, what was it? The fourth quarter was both teams had a combined 41 points.
I think. Which is crazy.
Mean, it was don't get me wrong, it was an entertaining game, but just like even though it's our team and they're going against the Giants, I know it's a division game. Division games are always competitive and all that, but they shouldn't have struggled that much against the Giants.
Should not have been that competitive. Here's the thing. If you're not a fan of the Giants or Cowboys, that was a very entertaining game. But if you're a fan of the Giants or Cowboys, one of the most miserable viewing experiences ever. Because the Giants just molested by flags, molested by themselves.
They had one player that was penalized for 4
or 5 times
in a row.
And then obviously they benched him, and then he yelled at his O-line coach or whatever. It's like, what are you should have been executed for that performance.
And I mean, last week, we talked about it last week, your little game preview.
Yeah.
I said, because you were pretty confident.
I was.
Yeah, you were pretty confident.
I was a little high on the Giants going in, especially their defense.
Mm-hmm.
And, but then after week 1, I was like, I don't know. We played a lot better than I thought. The Giants played a lot worse than I thought. We're about to blow them up. My official score prediction, 38-10.
Yeah, we were both wrong anyway, because I said the Cowboys were going to win, 20-7?
I think you said 27-20.
27-20?
I think that's what you said.
Well, either way, we were both completely wrong.
Or 17. 27-20 or 27-17 is what you said.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember saying they better not win by 4 points, even though we lost by 4 points against the Eagles.
Yeah.
I said we definitely should win by 2 touchdowns against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And I said if we win by 4 points, this will be something to look at for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And then they win by 3 points.
Yeah. It was one of the most frustrating things ever to watch. Again, you're a Cowboys or a Giants fan, because you just felt like your team could have been doing way better. Both teams felt that the entire game, and then you look at the final score and you're like, well, it was 42-44 shootout or whatever. It's like, those are fake numbers. That's not what it felt like watching the game.
Obviously the Cowboys defense needs a lot of help. Deron Bland was out for this game.
Russell Wilson was just...
Yeah.
He's just throwing up moon balls.
But, the reason why he was able to do that was because the Giants receivers are just running through the Cowboys defense.
Yeah,
Trayvon Diggs couldn't keep up with some of the receivers. And, I kind of expect that he's coming off of a... What was it? ACL injury?
Yeah.
And so was Deron Bland... But they played a solid game against the Eagles, I thought. And then Deron Bland gets hurt prior to the game against the Giants.
Yeah.
And then Trayvon Diggs didn't look that good this game.
He's getting toasted and burnt and turned.
Yeah.
And both Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson just went off against our secondary. And again, it's not like... because... Russell Wilson had 2 throws that I would say were real good quarterback throws.
Yeah, even
for the most part, you're just throwing up punts and saying, receiver, go beat their cornerback, and they did it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that obviously showed against for their last play in overtime, that interception.
Yeah.
That was a throw he just choked up, and
I feel like that's what he was doing the whole time. That one was a little less good.
Yeah, but even the announcers were like, he turned the clock back to 2013 Westbrook. not Westbrook, Wilson.
Yeah. But like, did he? Because 2013, Russell Wilson makes nice passes, you know. This was just like, I feel like, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's just
for
because
the most part, he wasn't making any finesse throws or any, like, he wasn't placing balls in the bucket or anything like that.
I feel like some of those he did.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. I feel like some of those throws, I mean, they were good throws. It was just because he was only able to throw like that because the Giants got pretty good receivers.
Yeah.
But they were just able to run through the Cowboys defense. And they beat that open.
That's because, I mean, obviously they beat our cornerbacks. But then, again, our safeties and linebackers are probably the weakest part of our thing. And then,
and I think the pressures were there. I think the pressures were there.
I mean, it definitely could have been better, though.
Yeah, it definitely could have been better. But, I mean, it's like they sent everybody, though. And then they all just, like, ended up behind Wilson, which gave Wilson those plays for him to run.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm glad that the Cowboys are signed the linebacker after this game.
Definitely.
And, I mean, I see everybody saying that the Cowboys need another receiver.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen that.
After these two games, they definitely need to fix up their defense.
Yeah, who the hell's saying we need a receiver?
That's all I'm seeing on the Cowboys news and all that.
That's ridiculous. We have Lamb and Pickens.
And we had real good games, by the way, too.
Yeah, Turpin and the other guy,
Tolbert.
I've been pretty decent wide receiver 3 so far.
Ferguson cut the ball to set up that kick to go to overtime.
Yeah, even though obviously he had 1 or 2 drops in week 1. Yeah, I mean,
if anybody deserves the praise, Brandon Aubrey.
Oh, dude, freaking Legatron. Yeah, no, he's insane. He's insane.
Cowboys are definitely lucky to have Brandon Aubrey.
Definitely. But I don't want to rely on him to kick 70-yard field goals every.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, here's the thing I really did like, though. Dak was still able to throw some good passes.
Yeah.
That one interception, though.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a bad throw. I mean, when he threw it to CD was covered by 2 guys.
Right.
Even though initially I don't think he was. But I mean, there were 2 guys.
Fell for the trap.
Yeah, Dak fell for a trap.
Mm-hmm. And
in the replay, they showed the interception. Pickens was wide open.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, is this gonna be the game Dak turns into Dak? Yeah.
Which when we say that, especially like the last 2 years, Dak has a tendency to lock straight into his first option and either force it to him or should go straight from his first option to the check down. That's the thing that's been so frustrating if you haven't noticed, which I mean, but like it's been so frustrating as a Cowboys fan is he's either forcing it to CD or hitting his check down. And he doesn't go through his progressions, it feels like. Rarely ever. That's the thing. Like now we have Pickens, but Dak actually has to use him. The same thing. I mean, we had freaking Brandon Cooks, who has consistently been one of the best wide receiver 2s in the league, and Dak didn't use him. Before that, whoever we had, and Dak didn't use him.
Yeah. I mean, that could have been the play calling too, but I mean, he spent way too much time looking for CD to be open first.
Yeah. Dak has just been the last 2-3 years. He just locks in on CD, and then if he sometimes he forces it to him, or if he's not confident enough, he hits his check down, which is either Ferguson or the running back. Man, I want to look at the numbers for that. See what percentage of his pass completions are tied into running backs because because
I mean, especially these last 2 games, he's spreading the ball around pretty well now.
Yeah.
I mean, majority of them are still going to CeeDee Lamb, but that's just because he's receiver 1, and he has been open majority of the time. And CD is actually catching the passes now.
Yeah.
He only dropped 1 pass.
And that's the thing. Pickens still hasn't had that many catches, but he is using Tolbert and Turpin have been in the mix a little bit. But we need to get Pickens the ball more. We need to make him more of a threat.
Ooh, I did like I forgot if it was overtime. I think it probably was overtime because I was going to say the other thing I liked about what Dak did. I think it was the play where they throw the Pickens. I think they get the first down, or they're like just right there to get the first down, and then the next play after they go to CD, and they pick up a good amount of yards.
Right.
And I was like, that's what I was expecting from the Eagles game actually, to throw the Pickens and CD.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're both good receivers.
Yeah.
And with Pickens, their teams aren't doubling CD as much anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I wanted to see that more. Just throwing the Pickens and then right after go to CD.
You have to make the thing is you get with Pickens, you give Dak two great weapons. You got to make them both threats. Who cares if you have 2 swords if you only use one of them? You know, because you know what I'm saying. You don't got to care about the sword in your left hand if you don't use it. You got to use both of them. And they have to cover for both of them, which makes them both more effective.
Yeah.
But if you're only using this guy, then okay, the linebackers can cover the tight end and the running back out of the backfield. And this guy gets screwed over, which again is what's been happening the last couple of years. But I've liked what I've seen more so far the first 2 weeks. A little bit more than what,
even though this is a scary
in the
game.
past.
I mean, can you even say I mean, I'm still pretty confident about the Bears game, but can you even say you're that confident? Because the Bears, even though they had an embarrassing week 2, the Bears are still pretty solid too. I
think so.
Not as a good team, but I mean, they're still.
I mean,
they can still put up points.
If you remember, I'm higher on them. I feel like they're gonna have a good offense this season. Their defense isn't gonna be bad. No, I'm scared for the Bears game, but we need to win it for me to even feel like we have a decent.
Yeah, that's what. That's what. They struggled this hard against the Giants. Even though they played well against the Eagles, they struggled against the Giants. Sorry, they struggled against the Giants. So I mean, what does it look like for the future playoff teams that they're going to be going against?
You're right. I'm just hoping that it's. Our defense had a bad game, plus 1 or 2 injuries, and that the Giants' offense is a little better than we think. And again, I mean, they have 2 quality receivers, and Russell Wilson isn't a garbage man. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know.
Sorry.
No.
I keep saying that I was gonna say the other good thing about Dak, and I just keep talking about something else. But to set up the game-winning field goal, Dak actually ran the thing that I've been wanting Dak to do. Yeah. Ever since his ankle injury, I know he doesn't want to injure it again, but I mean he has that much room he should run, and he did, and he set up that game-winning field goal. That's all he had to do. I mean, he can slide if he's about to get tackled. Yeah. Which I mean, I guess that's how his ankle got broke anyway. Somebody still got on top of him and he was about to slide. I don't remember. That was like years ago.
I remember it being pretty nasty. Yeah. It was a very clear break. Oh. That was against the Giants, actually.
But I'm just glad he saw that and ran instead of, because like those last few seasons, I felt like Dak had a pretty clear shot to get a first down, but he would still throw it. I mean, possibly fear of getting hurt again, which I mean, it makes sense. He doesn't want to get hurt and he wants to keep playing.
Yeah.
But he has the chance to run.
Yeah, that's part of it. It's got to be part of his tool set.
Yeah.
Which is like what it was. Which it was when he was primed at.
Yeah. I'm just glad he saw that and ran, because that's what Dak has been missing.
Yeah.
And even though he can throw pretty good, he has a handful of good passes. I think what people really underrate Dak is with his scrambling.
I agree. Any official predictions for the Bears game? I know
I'm going to say the same thing I said with the Giants.
Which is?
The Cowboys should win, but I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think they might win this time by 10 points.
I think
maybe like a good 30-20 game.
I think this is going to be a revenge game for our defense. We need to prove it.
It better be.
We need to prove it. I think it's going to be 24-10. 24-10. I think we hold them to 10 points. Even though I think the Bears' offense is terrible. They're not great either. Hold them to 10 points. Give ourselves a decent little 24.
Yeah, but I feel like Caleb Williams is just that little bit better. Like, he's gotten a little better.
Yeah.
We better be the next team to drop 52 points on them.
I don't think it's going to happen. But again,
I mean they
our
definitely
offense is
could.
good.
They
our
definitely
offense
could.
Has been decent. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't feel it. I feel like it's going to be kind of low scoring. And then we're going to get like a touchdown and a field goal in the third quarter. And that's when we really pull away. But I was very wrong last week. So
Yes. Now I hope I'm wrong this week, and I hope they're able to blow out the team.
Right.
And I mean, I know we're not talking. I know it's not the game next, but I mean, however they play against the Bears, I think will kind of be related to how they play against the Packers.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because Micah Parsons is on the Packers. How are they going to stop Jordan Love if they can't stop the Bears and the Giants?
Definitely. Definitely. And it definitely looks just like that. Eagles are not focusing on passing. So obviously you're like, oh, we think our quarterbacks played well against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts still doesn't have a passing touchdown. Team doesn't have a passing touchdown. So, and he's had very low passing yards in week 2 also. So either they're just going a really different offense, or they didn't like their receivers' matchups in both games. But yeah, this Giants game and Eagles week 2 game gives me less confidence in our secondary. But again, once Bland comes back, which again is and eventually we'll get Siobhan Revell Jr. And I think we can have a decent secondary.
I'm actually hoping for not necessarily an easy game, but I mean, I hope they play really good, that it does look like this was an easy game.
It doesn't feel like we struggled super hard against the Bears. It's like, oh, well, this was a football game. Better team ended up winning. And it's not like shootout or a defensive lock. It's a 24-10 win. It's like, okay, hey, better team ended up winning. Wasn't a crazy blowout. Wasn't a shootout. 24-10 win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going in nervous about it because
flip your Cowboys hats inside out.
I'm not gonna jinx the Cowboys.
I'm not jinxing. Rally cap, okay?
No, but just because of how the defense played, still kind of nervous on how the defense is gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah. But I think we got it. I think the defense takes a step forward this week. Whatever Matt Eberflus yells at him a bunch during oh, that's another thing, but give me 1 second. Matt Eberflus yells at him a bunch during practice. We get our stuff together, have a better game against the Bears, and still have a good game against the Packers. And I think I hope the Packers game is actually a shootout. We'll see. But that's another thing. The freaking before the end of the first half, our clock management was terrible. We didn't get a field goal or anything off before the end of the first half because I don't remember exactly, but I remember being mad. I was like, what? You guys suck. Some bad clock management there. So also fix that. But yeah.
Yeah, we're talking to you, Cowboys.
Matt Schottenheimer and Eberflus. Is his first name Matt?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Matt Schottenheimer and Matt Eberflus?
Yes.
Okay. Matt's talking to you. Yeah. Yeah. We good?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that was kind of a lot, but it was just the stuff that we were saying last week too.
Yeah. Plus a little bit from this week, so probably a little bit longer episode. I mean, yeah, we're just a bit over an hour, so it's not too much longer.
Yeah.
Next week, technically, I think we only have 2 sports to talk about.
Yeah. And then we're just waiting for hockey and NBA to start.
Yeah. And then, I guess actually rescind us wrapping it up. Rescind outro. A little bit of Mavericks and Stars news.
Oh, yeah.
You want Mavericks first or you want me to Stars first?
You can go to the Stars.
Go to Stars first. I guess just in general, prospect games are starting up. They're looking at, obviously, their minor league affiliates. Supposedly they don't look great. But that's starting to happen, getting ready for the season. We had a signing. We signed from the Devils. We signed, or traded for, excuse me. We traded for somebody, that's for sure. What's his name?
For who?
Well, some guy from the Devils. But I can't remember his name. We traded for some guy from the Devils, okay? And then my sister really wanted me to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it. Pete DeBoer had an interview with some guy from some journalist, and he was talking about the end of last season and pulling Otter. If you remember, at the end of last season, he pulled Otter in the last game after he scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. And then after the game, he was like, "Oh shoot, he sucks." Kind of, obviously, I'm paraphrasing. And Pete DeBoer had an interview recently, and he was like, "I probably shouldn't have said that the goalie sucks." Again, I'm paraphrasing. He obviously did it in a much more, "Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have put the blame all on one player. It was all of us. It was a coaching thing. It was a defense and offense thing. It wasn't just him. And I said that in the heat of the moment, and it was bad, and I'm a bad coach." He didn't say that part. But if you have any media literacy, you understood that. And then Ottinger commented on that, and he was like, "Yeah, I agree that what he said at the end of last season was wrong, and what he said recently was more right." Because again, at the end of last season, he pretty much put all the blame on Otter. He said that the 6 of the last 7 losses against the Oilers were his fault, which is ridiculous. Yeah, so some little drama there, and also resolution. But yeah, DeBoer, he's over there doing stuff. But the Stars are getting ready for the season. Was that a good recap? You got any questions about the thing?
No, I actually understood that.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me about the Mavericks.
The Mavs are also getting ready for the season coming up. The Mavericks are bringing back Dennis Smith Jr. He agreed to a 1-year deal to return with the Mavs, and I believe he was a rookie with Luka and Jalen Brunson, and I think he played good, good alongside them.
Right.
So I think he's still a good player. So I'm actually expecting him and Russell, or D'Angelo Russell, to play well, because I mean, again, Kyrie is expected to miss like half the season.
Yeah.
And I think with Dennis Smith and D'Angelo Russell, I think they got two pretty decent ball handlers to operate the offense. And I think Dennis Smith just has just a little bit better defense, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. But I think it's a pretty good signing, and I think the Mavericks are actually.
Would you say Nico Harrison's doing a good job?
With the team we have right now, yes, I think he's doing a pretty good job.
You heard him? No, I agree. I feel like he's not the worst GM in the league, and I think he's had good offseason signings. And again, with all the drama, he's still managing to convince players to come here. So again, convince Kyrie to re-sign.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was the big issue I had. I mean, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But that was the main reason why I thought if Kyrie didn't re-sign, that was obviously the reason why.
Yeah.
But he did, and this team actually should be competitive.
I think so.
They better be.
And they'll start up preseason / the regular season soonish.
Yeah, I think I think beginning of October, because I think the first season, I think opening week is October 24th, 22nd. Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I'm excited for that.
I think the first Stars game is October 14th. If I'm not mistaken. 14th or 15th. 14th, I think. And then our home.
And their first game's against the
Avalanche.
Yeah.
So
real good first games
coming up here in a couple weeks. But now that's all we got for you.
But that's just a theory.
That's just a theory. Thanks for watching. If you like it, like it, share it, comment, subscribe. If you made it this far, comment.
Cowboys better win.
Cowboys better win. Sure, why not? Thanks for watching. Again, sorry about last week. Be on the lookout for an edited video Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We'll try to get it out. We'll see what we end up talking about. If you guys want us to talk about anything specific in a solo video, comment that too. And thanks for watching. And you're my best friend. You got anything?
Bye. Yeah, bye.